So you have what's called an iGate and a DigiPeter. Steve, keep me honest here that I say these definitions right.
I will. You know me.
So a DigiPeter functionality repeats other APRS messages across the network. Network is kind of a loose word here. It can go over the internet. It can also be repeated over RF. So
Well, since you're making the context of DigiPeter, it cannot be.
it is not
over the
RF.
internet.
It's
It's
only
not over the internet.
It's not over the internet. Okay.
It's only RF. That's actually the only distinction. iGate is internet. DigiPeter is
okay.
RF.
I knew iGate was only internet. That was okay. So DigiPeter is it's only repeating RF.
Mm-hmm.
So
I heard it. I forwarded it.
With a Raspberry Pi, sorry computers. I mean they were using Commodore 64s in the 80s with ham radio and TNC. Yeah. So get used to it. With a Raspberry Pi, or hell, running an app on Windows. And we'll probably talk about this on Nuggets when we talk about APRS. There's I found an outstanding app that runs on Windows for doing all the functionality
APRS?
of.
No, what is it called?
Pinpoint APRS.
Pinpoint. I knew it started with a P.
Pinpoint APRS does everything Direwolf does. The interface is 10,000 times more intuitive and way less arcane than Direwolf's interface. But Direwolf, so you can run Direwolf on a Raspberry Pi 02W. Hell, you can probably run it on a 0 and hook up a Fang to it or a UV, a Baofeng. What's the Quansheng? The Quansheng K5. Yep. Any low-end radio, all it has to do is be able to transmit and receive on 144.39. That's it. It doesn't need a digital mode. So with a Raspberry Pi and installing some software, you can set up and run your own DigiPeter at your house for nothing a month. I mean, we're not talking about much electricity. What does a Raspberry Pi use? $1 worth over a year, maybe? Who knows? And it's another ham thing. And even if you're not into turning in APRS on your radio, a prime example of helping out the ham community is running an iGate DigiPeter setup at your QTH. Mm-hmm. When I drive to Orlando, I have an FTM 500 in the truck that's got APRS turned on and it's running full APRS.